Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be adding a standout piece to your outdoor space, a DIY bar that's not just about serving drinks, but about enhancing every gathering with style and functionality. So now imagine for a moment your backyard sporting this sleek bar you put together. It's there, enhancing the space, making every gathering a bit more special. Your loved ones will notice the craftsmanship and the effort that you put into it. So let's dive into what you're going to need to pull off this project. The right tools and materials are going to make all the difference. You'll need a reliable saw, a drill with a drill bit, an impact driver with a screw bit, a sander with some sanding discs, and for materials you're going to need 2x4s, 2x10s, 2x12s, and 4x6s, all 8 feet long. Also grab some wood glue and a pack of 3.5-inch screws. A crucial part of your toolkit is the project blueprint, not just a plan, but a reliable go-to in your build. This blueprint is designed to sync with your skills, featuring a detailed materials list, precise cut list, and visual diagrams. It's about enhancing your workflow, whether you prefer to glance at a diagram or you prefer to dive into detailed descriptions. It's there to ensure you succeed without getting in your way. This blueprint is waiting for you in the link below. Alright, so now let's go ahead and dive into how to actually make this bar. So you're going to start by creating the frame of the bar. You're going to need two 35-inch 2x4s, two 36 3.25 2x4s, connect them with 3.5-inch screws and some wood glue. Make 2 of these frames and then go ahead and make 2 smaller frames. So these are made from two 35-inch 2x4s and two 24-inch 2x4s. Connect them again with 3.5-inch screws and use wood glue. Also make 2 of these. Now for the legs of the bar, we're going to be using 2x6 lumber. So cut it down to 42 inches. You're going to need a total of 5 of these legs. And now let's go ahead and connect the larger frames that you made at first and connect them to the 4x6 lumber posts. Now you're going to connect them as you see here with 3.5-inch screws. Use wood glue, and these should be flush right here, as you can see. And then this protrusion is actually going to be where the legs are going to be. So this is about 4 inches right there. All right, now also connect it to that central leg as well. So use 3.5-inch screws. And next you're going to take a 35-inch 2x4 piece, one for each side here, and then add that 35-inch 2x4. Use some screws and glue. You'll see why that's important in a moment here. Next, go ahead and connect the smaller frames that you made earlier. These are going to be connected to the 4x6s and to the 2x4 frame here. You're going to need to indent a little bit, so by 2 inches on this side. So 2 inches away from the edge here. And then you're going to do the same thing here as well by 2 inches. Next, go ahead and just flip it over and add the other 2 legs. So these are going to be the other 2 legs that are going to be facing away from the chairs up in the front here. So these are 42 inches again, just like the others. Go ahead and connect them with 3.5-inch screws, and then you'll see that it's flush here, and then you've got you've got that extended part here, which is 2 inches. So do the same thing on this side as well. All right, next you're going to add all of the 2x4s that are going to enclose the bar. So you need a total of 18 36.75-inch 2x4s and then 18 24-inch 2x4s. So these are going to be connected directly to that frame, as you can see here, with 3.5-inch screws. You could do this in other ways. For example, some customers have used 1x4s and instead used a nail gun and just secured them. It's more clean, more neat in some ways. Although I like 2x4s because they're actually cheaper and also they're more solid and are going to last longer than the 1x4s. So go ahead and connect these and you're going to actually space these out a little bit. So if you're using 2x4s, we got 5/16 inch between each. And then for here, this is going to be at 4 inches away. And it's going to align with the frame here. So 4 inches, which aligns with the frame. And then just keep going up. Next, you're going to add the bar top support. So you've got two pieces here. You've got a teal colored and a blue colored component. So the blue colored component is 40 and 7/16 inches long. And you got two of those, and then you have an 84-inch long 2x4 here. So these are going to be secured directly to the frame of the bar. So as you can see here, use 3.5-inch screws, and then we're going into all of the 4x6 posts on all sides and using some wood glue as well. All right, next we're going to add the bar serving counter. So it's made out of 2x12 lumber on the ends here, and then 2x10 lumber here. 93 inches for the 2x10 lumber, and then 23 7/16 inches for the sides. All right, so go ahead and secure those in here. Now this is secured to the frame of the bar top. You can use 3.5-inch screws for most of these places. Some of these places you may need to use 2.5-inch screws because 3.5 will poke through. So this would be 1.5-inch and then 1.5-inch, and it'll poke through if you drill it and secure it through there. So use wood glue. I use 2.5-inch screws and then secure the bar top. All right, so now we're gonna add the shelf. So the shelf is made out of two 80-inch 2x4 lumber pieces and then one 80-inch 2x12 lumber piece. The 2x12 lumber piece does have little notches cut into it just so that it fits snugly, 3.5 inches by 1.5 inches on both sides. So secure these pieces together with 3.5-inch screws, and just for like aesthetic reasons here, we have a 1-inch indent as well. So once those are secure, go ahead and install the shelf. So this again is just a suggestion. You can either just have one of these, you can make it taller, you can have multiple shelves. So an example would be if you had two, what I would do then is just not cut these notches into the second one. But if you have two, that's a pretty big workspace. So depending on your needs, you can customize that. Also, if you're a taller person, make it higher. If you're shorter, make it lower. If you wanted to, for example, have a shelf on the bottom here, then just add another one towards the bottom. And this is just secured directly through the sides here through the 2x4s. So secure those together. If you're going to have a mini fridge, for example, a configuration like this might work for you. So it's pretty versatile. You decide how you want to do it. All right, so now that you've added the shelf, your bar is complete. So you just have to prep it for staining or painting. So sand it down, fill any screw holes if you want with wood putty, for example, if you're going to be painting it. If you're staining it, the wood putty doesn't usually stain well, so you might want to use dowels instead. Okay, that's a wrap on our walkthrough. Now you've got the tools and the game plan to bring your outdoor bar to life. If you're ready to tackle on other rewarding projects and enhance your space, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more DIY inspiration, and share your thoughts and progress in the comments.